Hi guys! Some of you may or may not know that I just got accepted to UCLA like a couple months ago. And now in this video, I'm just gonna, share what my essay looked like because, I don't want to gatekeep, but there's not much to gatekeep because my essay's gonna suck. But I'm still gonna read my essays aloud in case it gives some of you guys inspiration. Also because now is a great time to be starting your college essays because don't y'all be procrastinating. I know, I swear to God, you guys will, and you guys will panic and it'll be bad. Don't procrastinate, it's gonna be the worst. But that being said, I'm just gonna read my essays aloud, give some tips, tricks, and yeah, that's the video. I need to get out of this bed, it's like so hot. That's fine. Now, before I read my essays, I just want to give two big disclaimers. One, I'm a transfer student, so my essay is going to look slightly different from incoming freshman students. Because for incoming freshman students, they get 8 PIQ prompts and they get to only choose 4 of them and answer them. Transfer students like me, on the other hand, we have 1 required prompt we must answer and we have to pick 3 PIQs from the 7 leftover prompts.
And you can find the prompts in the link down below, so make sure to check that out if you're an incoming freshman or transfer student. God, I sound like a legit YouTuber. Subscribe!
The second most important thing I want to notify all transfer students is that only 3 of the UC schools actually read your essays. And those 3 are Berkeley, UCLA, and Irvine. So if you're a transfer student and not planning on applying to any one of those 3 schools, then you could honestly half-butt your essay and it would not affect you at all. You honestly don't even need to be watching this video. But please do because it gives me views and it gives food on my table. Haha, I'm kidding, I'm not monetized. I don't know how to do that. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started with my PIQs. Like I mentioned, transfer students have 1 required prompt they're supposed to answer, and that prompt is, please describe how you prepared for your intended major, including your readiness to succeed in your upper division courses once you enroll at university. Now, I'm gonna say this right off the bat. This is my least favorite essay. I hate it. It was the last essay I wrote because I just had 0 idea of what to put. The time I was writing my essays was also the time I last minute picked my major because when you're a transfer student, you have to have a major. You can't go in undecided. And my life is undecided. I honestly don't really know what I'm doing in life, but I realized that I had to pick now in order to, write my essays and transfers. So, and my friend was doing communications at that time, so I also picked communication. So quite literally I had to pull something out of my butt to come up with this essay. Yeah, I don't like it, it's terrible, but we're gonna read it. And if any of you guys say,
oh, this sucks, I don't know how you got into UCLA.
Shut up, because, it gets better. I hope, yeah. Also, I just woke up from a nap 10 minutes ago, so yeah, if I sound funky, sorry. Growing up, I was never a rebellious kid. If my parents told me what to do or what not to do, then I made sure to obey. However, to change their minds, I found ways to communicate with them by providing solutions that benefited us all. After persuading my parents numerous times, I discovered that I had a gift for positively influencing others. This ability has helped me to communicate with my friends, coworkers, and even my professors. I use my skills throughout my daily life on numerous occasions. At my first job, Robex, I advised customers on drinks they should purchase. If they wanted something that was beneficial for their health, I was ready with pertinent information on our products. My persuasion skills helped me while volunteering at Heal the Bay Aquarium. I educated children on how aquatic wildlife is endangered due to pollution and global warming, and inspired them on how they could help take action by reducing plastic waste and attending our beach cleanups. Now at my current general education tutoring job, I utilize my skill to notify teachers and administrators on how we can ensure the safety of our students. Occasionally, I teach students about morals and ethics and how they can use them to become influential people as well. Not only has my strong sense of communication skills helped me with my jobs, but they have also helped me in school. When I was given group projects, I took the initiative and encouraged ideas that helped us have outstanding presentations. When presenting, I stand tall, confident, and proud of the work I've done. Our audience finds it impressive. There may be unexpected challenges in the new chapter of my transfer journey, such as new subjects, heavy course load, and being in a foreign environment. However, I know that I've prepared myself as I've previously been able to balance multiple challenges and succeed in new environments. My strong communication skill may have started with convincing my parents. Now that I've matured, I want to use my ability through media or public speaking to positively influence the people all around the world. Overall, yeah, I really don't like this essay. If I didn't have to answer that prompt, I really wouldn't have. I just... Not my proudest work. For my second essay, the prompt I decided to answer was, describe an example of your leadership experience in which you have positively influenced others, helped resolve disputes, or contributed to group efforts over time. And for this essay, I wrote about my experiences as an after-school tutor, but not only was I a leader to the kids, but also the adults as well. I was one of the few people that worked in that company and also in that building for such a long time, so naturally, if my boss called in sick or went missing, I would be the next, person to lead the command. So yeah, that's what I wrote about. During my 2 years at Apex Tutors, I've tutored many students and provided after-school care. In addition to seeking academic tutoring, many students have opened up to me about their school stress and social conflicts. For instance, when I was tutoring one of my 12-year-old students in pre-algebra, let's call her Jessica, she confided in me that she was being bullied in school, which was affecting her academics. Did you tell anyone about this yet? I asked. Yeah, but no one's gonna do anything about it. I already told my teachers, but nothing happened. I was surprised that no teachers have gone out of their way to help her, as bullying is a serious issue that can end in terrible results. Since she opened up to me, I decided to make it my responsibility to help her. I first got Jessica's permission to communicate with her parents about the issue. I wanted to get her full consent and her trust to help her out. My next step was to reach out to the administrators, but she expressed fears of retaliation and her feelings of shame. However, I told her, I know it's hard to reach out, but it's only going to get worse if we don't do something about it. She eventually gave me permission to reach out to the other administrators. I see a good leader as being vulnerable, someone who listens more than lectures, and Jessica trusted me to listen and respect her boundaries while seeking help. In the end, the school administrators had a discussion with the bullies, Jessica and her parents, and although there is still some tension between the bullies and Jessica, the administrators are aware of the issue and Jessica feels better protected. In the future, I want to continue to be a protector of those who feel vulnerable, which is what a true leader is. Yeah, this essay is kind of like it's mid, in my opinion. I wanted to talk about my tutoring job because that was a huge part of my daily schedule, and also I've worked there for like 2 to 3 years. But yeah, it's mid. Anyways. Moving on. For my third essay, I decided to answer prompt number 2, which is, every person has a creative side and it can be expressed in many ways. Problem solving, original and innovative thinking, and artistically, to name a few. Describe how you express your creative side. And for this one, I decided to write about my YouTube channel, actually, and I'm not gonna lie, at first I was kind of embarrassed to write about it because I'm not a big YouTuber. In fact, I'm small. Actually, not even small. I'm like atom-sized, minuscule. And I was thinking to myself, can I really write about this if, it's like not a business, I'm not getting brand deals, I'm not like huge, I'm not famous. But I decided to write about my YouTube channel because I thought to myself, at the end of the day, I'm not doing this channel because I want to get famous or money or views or whatever. I make videos because it's a genuine hobby of mine and I want to show that I don't really care about the numbers and statistics of it. I do it because it's fun and I enjoy it and it's a good hobby of mine. When I'm handed projects or assignments to present, I go above and beyond and turn them into entertaining videos. At first, this was because I was afraid of public speaking. It was nerve-wracking growing up as I feared being judged and I'd fumble my words and look unprepared. To combat this, I would make videos instead of presenting to avoid public speaking and to make myself look artistic and stylish. The more videos I created, the more my teachers encouraged me to start creating public videos to share outside the classroom.
We leave you with your very own video talk show so you can share your humor and hilarious video editing with the world.
My videos mainly focus on my life as a teen, emphasizing significant life points through photographic montages, jazzy music, and even memes. Whatever I find important in my life, like getting my license, going to community college, and even my transfer journey, I want to share with the world. The more videos I created, the larger my diverse audience became. They were different genders, ages, and nationalities. I was not expecting anyone to care since I mainly started making videos as a leisurely activity that gave me the freedom to both express myself and document moments of my life. However, having people tell me that they relate to or remember their own experiences by watching my content makes me fulfilled. When I posted my video of getting my motorcycle license, a 50-year-old man commented that he just wanted to say, as a complete stranger, that I was so proud of you to see how dedicated you were completing your MSF course. You come across as very relatable and entertaining in your vids. Comments like that put a smile on my face. Making videos may have started as a hobby, however, it has also helped me improve in public speaking. The more videos I make, the more my communication skills increase as I'm used to presenting to an audience, whether that's in person or online. In the beginning, I was afraid of being judged when speaking publicly, but as I get more practice with speaking to a camera, I feel more comfortable with verbally expressing myself. Yeah, in all honesty, I like this essay. I think it's cute. I think this is proof that not only do I enjoy making videos, but I am actually technically getting something out of it. It's helping me become a better speaker because, you know, I suck at speaking. And it's also helping me with my communication skills. So yeah, I like that essay. I like it. Like, thumbs up. Now, the last essay, is my favorite. Honestly, I'm normally terrible at writing essays because I'm just the worst storyteller out there, but the final prompt is a story that I genuinely love to tell to people because it actually like really impacted my life, believe it or not. And that is the story of how I got my motorcycle license. The prompt I decided to use to talk about my motorcycle license was, describe the most significant challenge you have faced and the steps you have taken to overcome this challenge. How has this challenge affected your academic achievement? Let's get into it, shall we? When I took a motorcycle course, I stood out from my classmates. I was the youngest, shortest, and least experienced with motorcycles. Our first exercise was pushing a 492-pound motorcycle to gain a sense of our vehicle. I constantly dropped my bike because it overwhelmed my 115-pound self, causing me to almost quit at the very beginning. However, my instructors reassured me that it may seem heavy at first, but once you get the hang of it, the motorcycle will feel weightless and get you flying across town. Sure, but did they ever encounter a student who almost ran them over, crashed the motorcycle into another bike, and couldn't even lift it when it fell? Embarrassing. Whenever the course stopped because of me, I sensed people staring and judging. At the test, I was determined to use my hours of training to prove to everyone that I was capable of passing, and so I failed. It looked like a car accident took place. Cones were scattered, tire marks were engraved on the ground. I was the only student to fail. I was crushed. I've never faced such a profound failure before, be it at school or work. Despite failing miserably, my instructors admitted they weren't perfect at first. It took them days of practice to get to where they were. I realized they were right. How was I expecting to be flawless despite being inexperienced? Their stories motivated me to try again. I went back next week. It wasn't easy being back at square one, but I knew that I wasn't going to quit simply because there was an obstacle in my way. After retaking the test, I passed and got my motorcycle license. I felt unstoppable. This journey allowed me to be aware of what failure feels like and how I can prepare myself to overcome it. If I ever encounter a hurdle in my academics, I know I can triumph through hardships. I learned that patience and determination are what makes a good writer and great challenger. After all, great writers and great students aren't born. They're made. These are all real quotes that my Harley-Davidson instructors either told me or was mounted on their wall, and I decided to use them because it genuinely inspired me and kept motivating me to try again. But the reason why I love this story so much, or this is my favorite story, is because you guys have no idea how much of an imposter I felt that day. Like I mentioned, I stood out a lot and I was the only one to fail, but at the same time, I did not give up even though I was this close to giving up, this close. And the fact that I actually got my motorcycle license without ever being on a motorcycle once in my life until that day, it was such a humbling experience, to say the least. It made me really proud of who I am. But I'm never doing that again because it was embarrassing. Alright, now that we've read all my essays aloud, I'm just gonna share you guys some certain things that were going through my mind while writing my PIQs. Number one, I knew that I did not want to write a sob story or a pity story, is that what they're called? Trauma dump? Yeah, I don't want a trauma dump. I don't know, I feel awkward when I have to open up to the admissions committee, and if I got rejected, I don't know, I feel like that would embarrass me because it's I opened up and I still got rejected. I don't know, does that make sense? Also because I feel sob stories are just super common. Unless you do have a really good sob story, then write it if you want. I don't know, it's up to you, it's your essay, not mine. I honestly really wanted to focus on humor, in fact, or make it lively because, like I said, I feel a lot of people write sad essays. So if I try to make a sad essay that's not as sad as other people, it's just gonna get lost in the sandwich of essays they have to read. So I wanted to stick out by doing the opposite of what most people would have done. I also want to point out that you can literally write an essay with any experience you've had. Like I showed you, I literally wrote about my motorcycle class that went on for 2 days and made a whole essay out of that. If you can somehow find a moment in your life that was so impactful and that could, answer the prompt, go for it. I remember freaking out when I first had to write my essays last year because, unlike my friends, I was not in an internship, I was not a part of any clubs, and also I just don't have really any talent whatsoever, so I remember being so nervous on what I should write about. But then I thought to myself, what are some impactful moments of my life, or what are some things that take up a lot of time of my life? My tutoring job and my YouTube channel took up a good chunk of my time last year, and getting my motorcycle license is such a core memory of mine that I had to write about it. So if you're sitting here watching this video right now being like,
oh, I did nothing during my time in community college, I have nothing to write about.
two things. One, start something right now, whether that's volunteering for an organization, making a new YouTube channel, or even making like a TikTok edits channel. I don't know, but you can literally start something and find something to write about. And two, write something that takes up a lot of your time or is super impactful to you right now. So yeah, that's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my essays. I only enjoyed like half of them, but who cares? And for anyone who's about to comment like, oh, your essays suck, you probably bought your way in. First off, my parents do not have the money to buy my way in, so yeah, take that, Jennifer. I'm a broke bitch. And second of all, you know what? Guess what? For the people, all the haters out there, the UCLA admission team thought my essay was cool, but the UC Berkeley one didn't. Okay, but anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully this inspired you to write something about. And for the last time, start your essays. As someone who started my essay process on August, I still somehow ran out of time when it was time to turn them in. I thought I was like 10 steps ahead in front of everyone, considering that I started so early. Tell me why I was stressing at the end of November because I felt like I was running out of time. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day and goodbye. Mwah. Why do I look so sexy? Not like sexy, like I look sexy. I look like I'm in a sex. Okay, no, I'm gonna stop talking.